We can add a circle to your JavaFX GUI from the previous video. So from this one, let's continue to show you more objects you can use. So the first one, we will have the text. So you can write the text into your JavaFX GUI. Then you can add a line. Okay. So then in this video, we also talk about, remember earlier, your color. You can have different color for your circle. So how to change the color. And also you can have your text. You can use different font. So we want to talk about this for utility class. So the first thing, we just see the text. So the text, when you want to create the text, you can have the default constructor. So then you can have your string. So then also you can specify your XY coordinates, like earlier we say. So this XY coordinates just mean when you write a string, where is the location when they start write this string. So this XY coordinates is earlier we show you. So your top left will be 0, 0. To the right, your X will be bigger. To the bottom, your Y will be bigger. So besides, you can specify your string, specify your location. Also, you have underline or the strike through or different font to specify your text. So the next example I want you to download. You have many examples you need to download. So the next one we want to show you is how we will write the show text. So you need to download this show text example. So I hope you already download all the demo file. So that's why you can right away to run that. So this one we will just see the show text example. So this example, if you run, so if this example you run, you will see your GUI like this. Okay, so we title is show text. I just show you, see you have different font. Here is your italic and bold font. So programming is font. Actually, we only have one string like programming is font in the text. So then we will show you, see you can strike through. And also each text, they just have different XY coordinates. So that's why here you see the first thing, you see different text need to in one layout, right? So since you want to specify by the coordinates, we will create our pen. So our pen, our layout is the regular pen. So here we create text 1, coordinates is 20, 20. So then you have text 2. So you start from X 60, 60. Then you have your text 3 is 10 and 100. So that's why you can see from your example we show you. This one is text 1. So the coordinates is 20 and 20. So this one is the text 2. So then this one is the last one. You see the text X equal to 10. So Y equal to 100. They're all displayed differently. Okay, so one thing is after you create your text, right, you also can set your font. So the font, you can choose your font. And also you can decide you want to have that bold or italic, or you can have your font size. Okay, so afterward, one thing is if you want to change your color, you can change your color one by one. So that's why here you see the text 3. We set the color is red. So we have the underline and the strike through. So how they look like. But you see from line 22 to 29, we create the text 1, text 2, text 3 object, right? But they are not displayed yet. So after you create your component, don't forget you need to add those objects into your layout. So our layout is pen. So to add each one, you're just using the pen called get children. So then this one will return a list. So then you add all the components into your pen. So that's your show text example. So that's moving forward for the next one. You also can draw a line. So when you draw a line, it's just like the line like this. Yeah, you have, when you draw the line, you need to have start point, right? So then you have an end point. So that's why the start point and the end point, they both need to have XY coordinates. So that's why you can see here, when you have a line, right? The most important thing is we need to have the coordinates for the start point and the end point. So that's why when you create a line, you can call default constructor, or you can specify your star X, star Y, and the end X and the end Y. So the next example we want to show you is we will create a show lines JavaFX GUI. So from here, we will have our line cross like this. So that's why you need to see here, when we create this one, we will start from the coordinates and the end coordinates. So then you will have the start and end. So the same thing, you need to download your show line Java file so then we can run. So in this show line example, what we want to do is we want to have this two line have an edge before next to the boundary. So we maybe set the offset is 10. So they will fill out from the corner to the end. So how we will do that? Actually, you need to measure the size for your pen. So then, actually not the size in the pen, actually it's your seam in the pen. So then we know the length, the width, and the height from our seam. So that's why I can decide what coordinates we will use for our two line. So after you download this Java file, we will see from here, from our Eclipse. So after you run the program, so you will see your line like this. So actually we did a trick on that, because remember, after you have your stage, after you have your scene, when we create the scene, we already specify our scene, the width and height. So I already know they are 200, 200. So we just have the boundary. So that's why when you see this one, so definitely we don't want to start from the corner. But if you want, you can. So just a little ugly. So that's why we have the offset for the 10. So that's why for this line, I start from 10, 10 for the start coordinates. So then I go to the end, right? So you see X become bigger, Y become bigger. So the end, XY is 190, 190. So that's the first line. So for the line 1, you have the start point and end point. So then your second line. But the second line here, you will see this one actually is X equal to 10, but Y equal to 190. So this one is X equal to 190. So then your Y equal to 10. So that's why it's our second line. So after you have your line, you can decide your width for your line. How thick is your line look like? You can set your color for your two line. So that's why they have different color. So if you want, you can play with other color. So all the different color you can see in our colored class. So the color class you can see in the following, in the next few slides. So you can create your own color, but also you already have some default color in Java GUI you can use. So that's why here, they didn't list all. So the great thing is you are using your IDE. So your IDE actually, when you type your color, that, right? So then actually, so your IDE actually give you all the color you want. So that's why you can choose any color you really want. They have so many color, actually I don't know what the color look like. So then I just choose any one. Okay, so that's why you see you can change any color you want. Your IDE already give you the number. Okay, I using the two color, they are actually too similar. Okay, but anyway, here I just want to show you your color, what you want to change your color. You can just using your IDE. So when you do the color dot, they just right away give you what they have. So that's the show lines. So this show lines actually we will write. So you have your two lines, right? They are not really displayed yet. So that's why we need to have our pen. Okay. So now here your pen, you need to get children. So that's why you add the line object. So that's why your line will display. So again, you're using the pen for your things, right? So you have your coordinates for each line, right? So actually we played the tricky part earlier because we set this thing size is 200, 200. So then we have the 10, 10, 190 to make this two line kind of fill up this thing. But remember, after you have your GUI show, user is allowed to resize your window, right? So now I want you to guess what happens if I resize the window. You can try to. So you can see actually when you resize the window, right? This two line didn't change. The reason is because you're using a pen. So this one is like earlier when we have the circle. Even if you're using the pen, even you resize your window, those objects won't change with you. So earlier circle we change become stack pen. So the stack pen actually they can resize. But one thing now here is, can I use the stack pen? No, I cannot, because if you add a line, they are just make the line in the center. So that's why here later we want to show you is how you make your line. They will change according to your window change. So this one is later after your lab exercise, we will call the dynamic binding. So for your homework assignment. Okay, so that's for later. So that's our example for show lines.